Hey guys, welcome to Aqua Road Radio, episode number 8.
8.
Not 6. We need to update these things in our scripts. It is, I don't even know what day it is. Is the 15th?
Hold on.
It should be the 15th,
It
but
is the
really it's
15th.
the next day for me.
Or the 16th, depending on where you are in the world.
Right, so 15th if you're central and west, and 16th if you're eastern and east. Right, so anyway, I'm your host Shravan Warez, and joining me is Warez.
Of course. You already knew
course.
that, though.
Everyone knows that. We love us. Because that's not egotistical. Anyway, just wanted to mention a couple things before we get started. First of all, my name is apparently spelled without any E's. It's Shravan. And you can find that and our IGNs on the website, so check there instead of asking us how to spell each other's names and stuff, because it's seriously like right there.
And we want people.
We are.
We want hits on the website, please.
It makes us look better. It does.
Yes.
And it's even better if you go to Hidden Street and then like go to our website through there, because then it like increases our traffic from them. And never mind. Anyway, secondly, we got an email that said I sound like Napoleon's brother.
Ha ha ha. Go ahead, hit me, Napoleon.
Okay, I don't know how many of you guys have seen Napoleon Dynamite, but I'm not that monotone.
God, my lips just hurt.
Why are you quoting? How do you know? How many times have you seen this movie, Warez?
Oh, about 50 maybe.
Why?
I don't know.
I think my favorite part of the movie has to be the last line that Napoleon has about the fish.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "I bought you a fish" or something
I
like
bought
that.
you a trout, a tasty trout. Or
Trout.
something. Well, he's trying to show that he has skills. That's how you get babes, don't you know?
Trying being the key word there. Anyway, so yeah, you just leveled.
Yay!
Is that 105 now?
105. Totally
Very
legit.
nice.
Totally legit levels.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
Sweet.
Wait, do you get new equips, or have you capped off your luck?
I've capped about at 92. I'm not sure I will stay there.
Oh, okay.
But I can equip the highest level robe, the Varuna.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find one, I'm gonna wear it. I had a chance to buy a 22 int fully scrolled blue Varuna, and by the time I got back there, it was gone. I saw it with my mule, and then I tried to get back there with Warez, and it was already gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. There'll be others.
Speaking of scrolling, like I was telling you before, I've had my worst scrolling experience today. Tried to scroll Amiibo with 60% scrolls, and only 1 out of 7 of them worked.
You fail. P-H-A-I-L, fail.
It was so bad.
It's horrible when that happens like that. It's a horrible feeling.
And I did it like right in the middle of the free market, so basically everyone was like standing around and laughing at me. It was fun. It really was.
No. You got to go to a private place to do scrolling.
But see, if you succeed, you'd like to show it off to people.
Meh.
3. That's all that had to work. 3, and it would have been better than a 100% scroll. But no.
You have offended the scrolling gods.
I have.
You must make amends.
How?
I don't know. Something about sacrificing your firstborn, or I don't know. Something like that.
A goat? I need a goat.
Yes. Goat will work if you don't have a firstborn yet.
Oh, we don't have PvP, but we can have animal sacrifices.
Oh, that's
awesome.
Well, it's getting into a dark area.
So what else has been up lately? Where's?
Oh, I've been bouncing back and forth between New Leaf City and the Heims, the dreamy ghosts,
Himes.
and getting my butt kicked by the Black Crow, and just having fun.
Is it like big and like huge, or is it just like fast and tiny?
He's a little bit bigger than your avatar, and he looks very, very angry. And he expresses that by owning you instantly.
Do you know what level he is?
115, but he might as well be 200 as far as.
Oh, so same as Aragoth.
Yes.
Oh, does he like regenerate his health? Do you know? Didn't get that
I
far.
don't think so. I've just reached the point where I can take a glancing blow without getting killed instantly. Up until now, I got killed instantly.
see.
Now I can take a slight glancing blow and almost get killed and not get killed. But I don't want to talk too much about it. I'll talk more about it later.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. So let's jump into news, I guess.
News.
So the MapleStory anime that we talked about last time, I believe.
Yes, we did.
I don't know, something like that.
Yes, we did.
But you guys keep track of these episodes better than we do. So anyway, MapleStory Anime, we've had updates on them. So the character art is actually kind of ugly, in my opinion. Have you had a chance to look at it, Worse?
It looks like cheap Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like American drawn cartoons, and that is not what anime is about. I take offense to this.
Which I could accept if they'd stayed truer to the storyline, but it looks from the art like they're not going to stay all that true. Like some of the monsters are actually jobbed characters.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Right. I don't like
And
that.
then the storyline is something about like this organization that's evil, named Zatsuya Brigade, I believe. I don't know. They're trying to steal this world tree, and this guy's dad is like the leader of the human race, and he's trying to get all the jobs together, the warriors, magicians, thieves, and archers, to unite against this evil organization. But something about the tree that they're trying to steal like exploded, and it planted these seeds onto various people, and I think that's what created these different jobs. I'm not really sure. It's badly translated and makes no sense to me. I think it's translated word for word and whatever. Regardless, something about a tree and it having powers and people trying to steal a tree. Now, that sounds a lot to me like the whole Secret of Mana thing. Do you know about that game, Morris?
No, I do not. It's all pops and whistles. I don't know. I'm not following you, not tracking you a bit.
All right. Well, Secret of Mana is this game that came out for the Super Nintendo way back in the day, and it's had like trillions of sequels. And there's the latest one from the Nintendo DS is called Heroes of Mana. But the whole series premise is about this tree that has powers that evil people are trying to steal, and it's basically the storyline of this.
Wow.
So I'm not really sure where they're going with it.
They must have been attracted to this kind of storyline because it's been used before. People gravitate towards it.
I have no idea.
There's world trees in a lot of cultures' origin mythos, so maybe that's why where the appeal comes from.
Well, at least the guy who writes the story, the editor or / writer, he's made quite a few decent stories in the past. We know he can make good stories. It's just with the artwork, and it doesn't look like it's going to be good at all. So I guess we'll still have to wait and see. Don't really know what's going to happen.
Let's hope we're wrong and it's awesome.
I'll let you guys know as soon as it comes out. Hopefully I can find a subbed copy and get that out to you guys. I don't know. A lot of places are broadcasting it though. There's like a list of 6 or 7 news stations, which are, I believe, hold on. TV Tokyo, like we said in the last episode, is airing it on the 7th of October. But also a bunch of other Japanese channels such as TV Hokkaido, TV Osaka.
So they have like city or state sponsored televisions, like.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like Great Britain.
Oh, do they? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, before I make myself look any stupider.
Well, you're making yourself look knowledgeable.
Well, let's talk about this Keynote Conference, because we have plenty to argue and astound people with.
Okay.
That wasn't even a sentence. Whatever. Man, it's Saturday. It's good times.
There's a Keynote Conference by Minho Kim, at the Austin Game Developers Conference. Kim is Nexon America's Director of Game Operations. And he had a lot of interesting information in this keynote address. And we're going to touch on some of the points.
Nexon apparently created the first graphical multiplayer online game back in 1995.
Correct.
Didn't the internet start in like 91?
Yes.
And then it became like the first Netscape came out in 95, didn't it? I want to say August 9th.
I remember MMOs, but they were all text-based.
So, I mean, that's really early.
I wonder what it was like.
It probably wasn't anything remotely close to this.
It would have been fun for the time, though.
Yes, it would have been awesome. But they also did put together the first micro-transition game model.
Correct.
Which, do you know anything about micro-transitions?
If I understand the term, it's where is it the business model where you get to download the main body of the game for free, and then you get upgrades or enhancements by actually paying, and that's how they make their money.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
I think that's what it means.
It's probably a better guess than I have. I thought it was something to do with how the game worked with the cash shop and stuff.
Well, that's involved too. Yeah, that's how you get the enhancements is through cash shop.
Oh, MapleStory was also the world's first 2D side-scrolling online multiplayer RPG, which I'm pretty sure isn't surprising because most of them these days appear to be 3D, and I don't think anyone's actually made a multiplayer online side-scroller before.
It's the first I ever heard of it.
So, alright, we'll give them that. But then,
Woohoo.
They're making $16 million monthly.
Correct. They are.
Which is insane. They said 80% of that comes from sales.
Correct. Yes, they can afford. They can afford to pay for more GMs. Don't listen
They can afford for that other server that we wanted?
That's right.
Okay, what happened to Channel 20?
They can afford Channel 20 easily.
We want our Channel 20.
They can afford channels 21 through 40 too if they wanted to.
What kind of number is 19 anyway?
Does not make any sense.
Who decided 19 channels?
Listen to us. And they're telling us we don't rant anymore.
We don't rant. We're just whining loudly.
Okay. It's not a rant. It's a whine.
Yes, it's whine. Anyway. Also, we have 72 million users worldwide, and I believe that beats WoW.
Yes.
I think that's a bold statement that I'm going to get jumped at for saying. So I'm going to look it up right now.
Maybe if it's not that we beat them in quantity, we definitely beat them in quality. And it's all about the quality, if you ask me.
It is all about quality. We beat them in,
Yes, that.
Right. We beat him in community. That's what we beat him in. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay. I'll sign on to that. No problem.
Oh man, off to a great start already.
Well, he also talks about Kart Racer, which is a 3D casual racing MMO.
Have you given it a shot?
No, I haven't. You tried it though, didn't you?
I did, and it's a lot like Mario Kart. If any of you guys have played it, it's very, you got a track, you move forward. I think there's like 8 people per race, 6, 4. I think you can set it, but yeah, and it's just a racing game. It's actually put together pretty well for an online game. It does run you through a tutorial that gets kind of annoying because it's kind of really slow.
Okay, I played Mario Kart a little bit, but I don't see how you could keep it going online nonstop. I don't see where the appeal comes from.
No, I don't either. Like, apparently you can get skill points and win trophies and things like that.
Ah, okay. So it's.
But really, MapleStory's bulk of where they get all their stuff.
Sure. It has quite a few registered users though, from what they say.
Yes, but I think that's mostly people who played MapleStory and decided to give it a shot and never went back to it anymore.
Okay.
They also do talk about fraud, and how basically they were having all the success, and then this whole credit card thing happened with PayPal, and apparently what happened was every time they got a order for NX and then the credit card was rescinded or something, then the merchant had to pay an additional $20 fine, and it just got to the point where they were paying $20 per person for, like, I mean, there's 72 plus million people.
Yes.
So I mean, if I'm not saying like even half of us do, but even if like 1% of that does, that's still a lot of people, and that's a lot of money that they're gonna have to pay back. So
You bet.
they obviously, so they took what they could from it. They took away the gifting, and they educated people by letting them know about it and things like that. So hopefully it'll die down, and hopefully we can actually get our NX gifting back, because a few of us would like to use it for legitimate purposes.
It's always a few stinkers. It's got to ruin it for the
is.
rest of us.
Completely. But then Nexon's also said, like, okay, and I quote, Nexon has found the U.S. to be a hacking hotbed.
Go
it's not a
figure.
problem they dealt with Korea. So apparently Koreans are better than us.
Well, I've heard that JMS has some of the most accomplished hackers that exist.
Well, they're Japanese. They're the most accomplished everything that exists.
No, okay, they got to be number one. Then. So Kim, in his address, ran down some of the evils of hacking from Nexon's viewpoint. That it can turn away new users, turn away existing users, increase the theft rate, can install Trojans, can shorten the lifespan of a user, getting through available content faster, and cause headaches for customer service. So Nexon does not like hackers. They don't care if hackers buy NX. They don't like them. It hurts their business model. They want to see hackers gone.
Which is good, because we want to see hackers gone too. So.
Oh yes.
And I mean, they have been doing quite a smashing job. Smashing, I said smashing.
Well, up until recently, yes. This summer has been sweet, lovely.
Yes, it's been awesome. But
wonderfully hacking.
apparently a new bypass has been found.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Hopefully they'll get on that soon enough. There's rumors of a patch coming out, probably before this episode actually hits the web. So hopefully they'll take care of some of this stuff in there.
That'd be nice.
Nexon also says that their cash cards have been doing beautifully, and so by the holidays, Nexon will have distributed cards to 31,000 locations, and I believe 16,000 of those locations are targets. Yes. And all those locations will have millions of cards. And Canada actually has gotten cards recently, yes?
Yeah, those Canucks up there, hey, yes. Lucky.
Well, they were supposed to on September, but then it got delayed, and I'm not sure if it's out in Canada yet or not.
Yes,
but
it is finally. I don't know
where
what the
is
delay was.
Dwayne Reeves or that other place that they're always talking about?
I haven't heard of either one of them, so I don't know. It sounds like a shopping center or what am I trying to say?
Okay. That makes sense. Because they'd always say, there and
Department
Canada.
store,
So.
something like that.
Pa.
But yeah, apparently Target was kind of wary at first. They didn't really believe that these things would sell, but then they've been having a hard time keeping them on the shelves, apparently.
Oh man, they're going faster than the second fastest card, I believe. Didn't they say? Other than iTunes or something?
That's right. Second only to iTunes cards.
Man, that's crazy. And that's where they're making all their money from. All this NX cash,
right.
And
well,
I'm not helping the cause.
They figured it out. I mean, their average player is probably too young to have a credit card.
Yeah, so now you can steal money from your parents and buy cards.
No, great. Stealing is bad. Stealing is bad.
They're not promoting stealing.
No.
Anyway, I think that's pretty much all we have in news this week.
Right.
Nothing much happened.
Well, that can be good too.
It can be good, but it just means that 2 weeks from now we're gonna be like half the episode is gonna be news. We're gonna go on about news for a good hour and a half.
It'll be the 5-hour episode.
I think that's when we're going to have to be cutting out some of these segments.
Newbie tips. Because we were all noob once.
So would you like to run the newbie tips first, or should I go ahead? Because you got the hotspot right after it.
No, I wrote it. I can read it.
Fine, take your credit.
I take ownership. Welcome to Newbie Tips. This newbie tip
Number
is
3.
Number 3. Screenshots. Yay. Knowing how to take a screenshot is a nice little feature. You can live without it, but you will find it useful in a wide variety of ways. The scroll lock button on your standard keyboard is MapleStory's method of taking a screenshot, or screeny as the elite players like to say.
Elite players.
You cannot alter the key, but you can alter the place that MapleStory places your screenshots. The default location is directly under the Wizette MapleStory folder in your Program Files folder that is on every Windows installation. You have option to change it to 2 different places. You could place your screenshots directly under your C drive or on your desktop. I don't recommend putting them under your C drive. You don't want extra stuff under your C drive. That's the root drive for Windows, and you don't want to clog that up. That will slow Windows down. But you can put them on your desktop. I recommend doing that. As a matter of fact, I have a special folder right on top of my desktop, and I put my screenshots in there, the ones I want to keep anyway. And you can organize it into a virtual scrapbook and keep memories of your times in MapleStory. Here are some of the many uses for screenies. You can keep a record of your equipments and items. You can remember special conversation quickly and accurately. You can make a semi-legal record of a suspected scam trade. If someone trades you and you think they're going to pull a fast one, take a screenshot right away. It might just save you. You can also use it to gather extra proof of hacking and hackers and other dirtbags in the act. You can use it to preserve memories of you and your friends, and for keeping track of prices and items in the free market. This list can go on, and I've probably left a whole bunch out. So get familiar with your scroll lock key. It will serve you well.
I like how preserve memories of you and your friends is 5th on the list.
Oh, well, I didn't necessarily place them in order of importance.
I'm just picking on you, Warez.
I know. I've got screenshots of Warez when he was level 25, I think.
Ooh, you can make like one of those like movie thingies with like slideshows. And...
Oh yeah, I could if I wasn't so lazy.
Yeah. Well. I do really quickly want to mention though, if you play with a Mac and you're using Boot Camp,
Okay.
if you have the actual Apple keyboard and you have like the desktop and everything, then if you install Boot Camp, I'm not really sure about Parallels. You'll have to look that up. But in Boot Camp, I believe the F15 key acts as your scroll lock key / screenshot.
Okay.
If you were working on a MacBook Pro or a MacBook or whatever Apple laptop you have, you don't actually have a scroll lock key, and you don't actually have a print screen key. And because there's no way to move that screenshot key around, Fraps will become your friend. So I do have, there's a beautiful program out there called Fraps. You can Google it really quick, FRAPS. It basically lets you take videos and screenshots from various games that you might play, pretty much any computer game. So it works really nicely. I have it set to my open bracket key.
Nice.
And so that's how I take screenshots. So in case you guys were wondering if you had Apples, I know like 4 of you do, so...
I've downloaded Fraps, but I haven't used it much.
No, I don't use it for taking movies at all. I tried to, but then quality was bad and everything because it's unregistered.
Ah, okay.
Ooh, Deep Valley music.
Yay.
Good stuff.
Welcome to Hotspot. Where are you training? It's done, I hope.
Yes.
Welcome to Hotspot number 3.
Impatient, are we?
Yes. Well,
You just want to go to bed.
no, I don't. I want to stay up all night.
Oh, I want to go to bed.
Okay. I'll
Alright.
hurry it up then. Welcome to hotspot number 3, Budo Road. This hotspot is misnamed. It should be called Hotspots. Like the previous hotspot, this is also somewhat of a departure from the original concept since I will be looking at 3 different maps. I think this is justified though, since they have a number of similarities. They all came out recently in the same patch. They are contiguous, or right next to each other, and they are all receiving a good amount of interest from the various level groups that they are aimed at. Finally, they all have playability factors in common. I am referring to the 3 new maps that were added to Zipengoo in the last patch, 0.41, which we received with Mulong and Herbtown, and which in the last episode we ignored completely.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Really? Mulan?
Yes, no, we didn't ignore Mulong. We ignored these 3 new maps because...
Oh, the naps. Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
because the patch came at us right when we were ready to record, and we were caught a little off guard there.
Oh, right. We forgot the
Yeah.
maps, but we talked about the platform behind the mushroom thing.
That's right. Yes,
we have our
did.
priorities straight.
Yes, we do. we got what we could get at the last moment. I don't blame us at all.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, since they are leading up to the encounter with the Buddha map, I like to call these the Road to Buddha. I've had this in mind as a hotspot idea, but rejected as too complicated. Then we received a comment from listener Cold Shadow, left on the website, in which he suggested the very thing, and I decided to push the boundaries of hotspot again. First, we will consider the playability factors. All 3 of these maps are linear, single-level ground maps, all headed left to right. All 3 of the monster mixes are fast monsters, with the last 2 maps containing monsters with very serious counterattacks. What this adds up to is that you will need significant HP and shielding here. This makes it very appealing to warriors of various levels, although you also find thieves, bow users, and mages. Most importantly, there are 0 ropes, plats, and 0 safe sniper spots. No place to rest, no place at all. Here you'll be constantly
That's really
changing
dangerous.
fighting situation. You will see little, no rest. I recommend bringing along town scrolls for a quick exit when you do need to rest.
And potions.
And potions. Tons of potions.
Potions.
Like I said, HP will be a limiting factor here unless you are a warrior or a cleric priest. Woohoo! Woohoo for priest! Yeah!
Priests. Which are in high demand lately,
Yes.
by the way.
I will get to why in a second.
Oh, okay.
A part of why, anyway. When I walk this road, I empty much of my use slots into storage and fill the open spaces with HP pots until I can't carry any more. Often when I leave from these maps, it's not because I'm tired, but because I ran out of pots. So to find the maps, leave the Showa Temple map from the middle top road and pass by the Mountain of Cloud Fox map onto the Crow Forest 2 map. Jump up through the plats, up through the clouds of crows, and see a new portal at the top right. Like the entrance to Cemetery Road, this portal is up in a tree. And also like the Cemetery Road, you will hear the haunting strains of the cemetery theme as you enter. This first map is called A Night in the Forest. Cold Shadow says it is awesome map for levels 40 to 50. He's right. Here you will find dark mountain foxes that are needed for a certain Zipengoo quest. If you have been avoiding that quest because of the weak spawn of dark mountain foxes elsewhere, you might want to try here since the spawn is nearly endless. You will also find the paper lantern ghosts there, and they are even more populous than the foxes. Cold Shadow calls them orb ghosts. These are level 40 monsters and give 94 EXP. They are weak to ice, but they're also healable, and I've seen clerics at work on them, as well as every other class. They are also poisonable, but they are not very susceptible to fire, which is kind of weird since they're made of paper. Ha.
Their eyes bleed of flames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's Maple Logic at work again there, huh?
You gotta love Maple Logic.
Oh, yes. It'll bend your mind, that's for sure.
It's kind of like that distance that you have for teleportation that no one really knows what the number actually means.
Yes, what are those units?
Yeah.
Anyway, these are supposed to drop a variety of dark scrolls and some interesting equips, including Nimble Wrist Guard and the Lui Bui Dagger, I believe is how to pronounce it.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Next, you come on to the Vanished Village map. This map continues the Abandoned Ruins theme. If you are watching the background scenes, you have been seeing a ruined village, apparently a fishing village, from the scenes on this map. Also notice the shape of some of the holes in the abandoned walls. You are about to meet the cause of them. Cold Shadow points out that this is wonderful training for levels 60 to 70. There are the Samiho here, or three-tailed foxes, that are also in the Korean Folktown. If your goal is to hunt them, you are better off going to Korean Folktown, since they are vastly outnumbered here by what's called a water goblin, or kappa.
These are pod people.
What do you call them?
Pod people.
Pod people.
They remind me of peas, and I don't know why.
These green booze-guzzling, pickle-throwing pests are level 60 monsters that give you 220 EXP. As well as some nice 60 and 70% scrolls, they also drop Shining, Serpent's Coil, and Thorns, amongst a few other things. They are elementally weakest to fire, but are not at all susceptible to heal. I have seen mid-level thieves here and many mid to high-level archers. Don't hit these guys if you're not ready to kill them, since they will call all their friends and swarm you like crazy. They'll throw pickles at you for a physically ranged attack and some kind of spell for a ranged magic attack. They are just annoying as all get out.
And they do quite a bit of damage, so
If you get a couple of them on you, yeah. They're kind of dangerous. Well, now that you've seen the kappa, look again at the weird holes in the walls. I think we found out what originally destroyed this village. The other monsters probably just came along afterwards. But even these guys stay away from the temple area on the last map, since unlike the Buddha who's there, the current inhabitants are very definitely not in a peaceful state of mind. This map is called Encounter with the Buddha. Immediately on entering an unoccupied map, you will find the Heims, or dreamy ghosts. They are very pretty girl ghosts who gets very ugly in a hurry if you offend them. But if you want...
Their heads swell.
Yes, they do. But if you want the 3,200 EXP that this level 100 monster will give up, offend them you must. And if you cannot control them, they will counterattack with a variety of magics that will kill you very fast. Sensibly, for once, they are weak to heal and holy, leading to the justifiable conclusion that this is a near-perfect map for the classic Priest-DK combo. Indeed, you will see many such parties there, but they are also freezable, and you will see Ice Lightnings, soloing or in pairs, as well as high-level Sins and Dits. I haven't yet seen any bowmen here, however.
So do you solo them, Mars?
Usually. I offer party to people who are in there, but people are very greedy about this map and often will not accept anything like a party. They just
It's very
they
potion taxing.
Yeah, yes, very. They F5 you, they F6 you, and tell you to go away.
Oh.
If they do anything, because it's hard to talk when you're fighting these things. So, your reward for surviving her sweet but deadly affections are the many elixirs, sniper pots, and Kanoko ramens that rain down in such quantities that many just leave them lying about. It's mostly about staying alive here, and you will have no time for niceties like picking up minor drops, chatting with anybody, or even going AFK for a second to answer a call of nature. If you can hang in there long enough, however, she might drop a nice 70% scroll for you, as well as possibly Colonian Axe, Blue Screamer, Green Scarab, Blue Arlic, or even the coveted Pyogo Mushroom.
So wait, what's this Pyogo thing? Everyone's making a big deal of it.
The Pyogo?
Yeah, I've actually never heard of it till these Himes came out.
The Pyogo was earlier only available from Gacha. It is a level 96, maybe 92, I can't remember. It's a magic staff, and for a staff it's very fast, and it's got some nice stats.
Oh, okay. But no one's ever seen one drop from these yet?
I have not personally witnessed one drop.
Okay.
Although since this map has been open, you've been seeing a lot more of them in free market.
Oh, okay.
Whereas before you could only see them very rarely, now you'll see them every time you go there. So I'm guessing this is where they're coming from. They can't all be coming from Gacha.
Right.
And
Well, they could.
and some of the magic users I see there are using Pyogos.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing that they got them where they're training.
Makes sense.
All right.
All right, cool.
So, however, what is more likely than you getting a drop, however, is that before this happens, the second monster of this map will spawn. Insensibly, you will run away like a little schoolchild. That is because he is the boss, the Black Crow, and he will own most sub 110s instantly. He is a level 115, 1.78 million, nearly 2 million EXP if you can survive him.
Wow.
He is supposed to be weakest to lightning, with ice, fire, and holy also effective, but I would have to be able to survive a hit from him to verify that for you. He is unpoisonable, and being a boss ignores your seal completely. Besides the EXP, from what I've read, you can also get Rigbo Sword and the Zhu Gi Liang, which is a level 50 wand. Also an item only previously obtainable via gacha.
2 million experience.
1.7.
Man, I could level with like killing him 3 times.
Yes. Let's go for it. As soon as we're done recording here, we're going in game. We'll go.
I'm game. Let's go for it. Hey, you just leveled, and I really don't care right now, so let's go.
Cold Shadow says this might be the most popular map in the game for 120 pluses. I would have agreed, but since the last servo check, they upped the spawn rate for the Crow, and now a majority of the channels often lie abandoned to him. Those chans where he has been gotten rid of are still very coveted, and you can see some very uncivilized behavior here. I would like to make an open invitation to all high levels that train there to restrain themselves. I know it's very stressful trying to find an open map, and you can hardly talk while you're training there, and it's no mean feat to survive a long session, but let's act with the little maturity that our level implies. It won't be long before we get Showa Town, and high levels will have more options again. And there's no need to make enemies now. You might regret it later.
It's a great place to train. I actually went to visit Hime's once. I got owned horribly by him.
Well, you and me have to party and go there together.
Well, I'm still 87, so I mean, I can survive hits. It's just way too taxing on me.
It's very expensive for me to go train there.
And we'll go sometime.
But I can go there and get 25%.
Right. Maybe I'll come along. We'll see how it goes. I mean, if they're healable, then I can just sit around healing, and you'd save on potions, and hopefully I can survive 2 hits to Holy Symbol every once in a while.
I have seen many.
But you can freeze them.
Yes.
Okay, I'm coming.
That's why I'm thinking it might work. I've seen many priests soloing there.
Ooh. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot.
And if it doesn't work, we'll try again in a couple levels.
We'll just die instantly. Anyway.
Okay, what's next?
Well, next up we got a quest corner.
Yay, quest corners!
Quest corner, a slice of gaming pie. So this is kind of awesome because we actually got this quest corner as an email, and
Nice.
yeah, so it was awesome because listeners sending us information that we can share with everyone else. So let's get started. Alright, so first and foremost, let's warn you that this quest is so evil that most people end up just giving up, figuring it's really not worth the effort. So, okay, with that out of the way, let's get into the quest itself. First you go and talk to Hanoko, who's located near the center of Mushroom Shrine, and she tells you about her want of this wardrobe of Cloud Fox tails. And she's like, okay, alright, not too bad. And you head out to hunt some of these foxes. But, it turns out that the map structure and the spawn rate there is so incredibly slow that it leads you to spending about 45 minutes to an hour just retrieving these things. But, okay, so you spend all this time retrieving these tails, and you come back with these tails, and you go over to Hanoko, and you're like, alright, I'm done. She gives you some experience, and right after you talk to her, she's like, oh, wait, hold on, I want more. So how many more you ask? 200.
Greedy.
So okay, you just spent 45 minutes on this map, 45 minutes to an hour, trying to get 100 of these things, and now you have to get 200 of them. So okay, right here is kind of where people wish that they could kill NPCs. Stab him in the neck, make it quick and easy. But you can't. So grudgingly, you actually head back out and spend about a couple hours collecting 200 more foxtails.
Don't do it.
If the sanity lasts you. So okay, you finally finish 200 foxtails. You're like, all right, just spend an hour for 100, 2 more hours for 200, and you come back and you give them to Hanako, and you're kind of at that point where you hate her for making you go through all this, but then you're like proud of yourself for, you know, not giving up and, you know, getting through this whole thing. But then she wants more.
Greedy.
Again.
Very greedy.
Completely. And okay, this time she asks for 400 foxtails. Like, alright, so okay, I don't even know why you do this again, but, you know, if you're insane, or...
Which I am.
You actually did this whole thing?
I do every quest that isn't a jump quest.
Oh, man. Okay, so, right, so you collect 400, so okay, you go out and you collect about 400 more of these foxtails, and that takes you about 3 to 4 hours, depending on the spawn rate once again. And you come back and you give them to Hanako, and thankfully, she does not ask you for anything else, and she's finally pleased. But, now, okay, the thing is, when you collected 100 foxtails in the beginning, you get 2,200 experience, which, okay, you're like, alright, okay, hour worth, it's a quest, it's okay. But then when you collect 200 of them, and then, you know, later on 400, you only get 2,500, which is nowhere near double the 2,200. And then for the when you collect 400 of them, you get 3,100, and that's a total of 7,800 experience. And so that, yeah, 7,800 experience. That takes you about 7 hours to get. 1 hour at first, 2 hours after that, another 3 to 4 hours. And if you do the math, that's about 1,114 experience per hour, and 18 experience per minute. And
what a ripoff.
I mean, that's like, what gives you 18 experience? Is that like, snails give you 3, slimes give you 10, what gives you 18?
So Hanako is a slime.
Yes, she's a slime. No wonder she wants these foxtails for her wardrobe. She needs to pretty herself up. So, okay, well, regardless, 18 experience per minute. It's just horrendously bad, even for a level 25. No, okay, but wait, you're still not done.
No.
If you happen to be over level 40, Hanako has something else for you. She actually says that the whole wardrobe you just got her was destroyed by dark cloud foxes.
How?
I don't know.
Okay.
So okay, so she wants revenge. Do you have to collect the foxtails, Warez? Do you know, or do you just have to kill them?
I think you gotta collect them.
Okay.
I'm not
All right,
sure.
so
I can't remember anymore.
Okay, well, you either have to kill them for pure revenge purposes, or kill them and steal their spoils. Regardless, she wants them dead, and you have to go kill 100 of these dark cloud foxes. Now, before, the only place that you could collect them was in this place called Zipangu, a desolate cemetery. And the spawn rate there is horrendous, and it's actually worse than the spawn rates from before. So there's like practically no dark cloud foxes, and if you cycle through all the channels, you'll get your 100 kills in about an hour, give or take. And you take them back to Hanako, and you'll get like 5 toyoyaki and 10,500 experience, which again completely isn't worth it when you're at level 40. But like Warez said, now that this new maps, the 3 new maps came out in the last patch, dark cloud foxes may not be so bad. But I mean, regardless, you have to put up with all these. How many do you have to collect? 400, 200, 100? Is that 700?
Yes.
Regular cloud foxtails before you can even attempt this one.
Yeah. So you're not gonna get to that point anyway. If you're
yeah,
saying.
It's probably not worth it anyway.
Meh.
So all in all, if you have any amount of sanity or wish to keep what little you have left, don't do this quest.
No.
Whereas
no,
you
I
lost
didn't.
all your sanity, didn't you?
That's right. I never had it. But you know, I can whale through low-level monsters like that, so it didn't take me nearly as long to get the tails.
Right, but isn't it like, because, I mean, you don't get any experience from it.
No,
like-
not really.
So the benefits are just completely horrible.
Just the satisfaction of doing it.
Okay, so
Plus, I can advise my friends not to do it.
so there you go, from a man who did it himself. Yeah, so the quest sucks. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Unless you want to.
not worth it. Not worth it.
Not at all. We should actually talk about a quest that's worth doing sometime.
Yeah,
It'd be like a new thing.
I could do one of those.
What quest is worth doing anyway?
Oh, I think the Tower Scroll quests are worth doing for sure.
Oh, right. The Deadline Scrolls, I guess, as
Right.
well.
There's a number of repeatable quests that are quite worth it, I think. I do the Bob. I call it the Bob quest. The fat guy who eats hamburgers and wants you to. He's a ghost hunter or something like this, and
Oh, that guy.
yeah, you only
The
get
one
that
at the
quest
top
if
of the
you're-
Twisted Time or Warp Time or
yes,
something like that.
right.
Okay.
If you're low level, you won't meet this guy for a long time.
Right.
But
He's by the Soul Teddies.
Yep, you can do it. You can do it every 24 hours, and you get 64,000 EXP every time, and 1 fame.
64,000?
Correct.
Wow.
But
That's
you have to
actually quite a bit.
kill. You have to kill 20 Spirit Vikings.
Oh. That's not too bad.
I don't think so, but some people do.
Okay, well, that's for another time, I guess.
Yep, another time.
Alright, so let's jump into some emails. You know, actually, this episode's probably going to be shorter than the previous episodes.
That's because we are getting so efficient,
Uh,
even with digressions.
Aqua Road Radio emails.
We really haven't digressed much, though, this episode. Ha.
That's because you want to go to bed.
Well, yeah, but I'll probably end up getting on Maple afterwards anyway.
You know what? I probably will too.
You know what? I'm at Vic, so we should get on, we should go to Hime's. Try him out. Oh, if any way you guys are wondering, by the way, the reason everyone calls them Hime's is because in, I think, is the Korean version? I don't know, but at least in the Japanese version, they're called Hime's, which means princess in Japanese. And
Okay.
when they translate it over, they call them dreamy ghosts, but everyone loves the word Hime's better.
Himes, that's how you say it. I call them Himes. Oh well.
Whatever.
I'm a stupid American. What do I know?
You are not Wares. You're more intelligible than I is. Anyway.
Emails.
Our first one is from NT Naruto, who says, "Hello, I'm NT of Kani server, Kahini? Whatever, server, and me and all my buddies love your station. 2 questions. We know you guys are high-level mages, but how do you get any info on hotspots and such with just mages? Perhaps you guys should get some warriors or bowmen or thieves. Plenty of those XP.
Hmm?
Is that a smiley face?
I think that's tongue sticking out, smiling face.
Oh, okay, alright, yeah, okay. To work alongside you for info and such. It could be helpful, and make the broadcast a lot more informative. Number 2, me and my buddies were wondering if we could make a guild as a Kaini branch of Aqua Road Radio. It's just an idea, but you could spread the news perhaps, and with branches of it all over, you guys will be well known everywhere. I'm a level 56 Sin, and my IGN is NT Naruto. Okay, well,
Ah. Hmm.
first question.
Hmm.
The whole, like, okay, well, what happened with the Quest Corner this episode, where we actually got an email that actually quite detailedly, I mean, although we had to, reword it to make it, what's the word? More...
Or something.
Yes. Anyway, so, yeah, basically it was really informative, put together really nicely, gave us information about the whole quest, and we're kind of hoping to hear from the listeners and get this, like, paragraph, essay, I don't know, 100-page paper, whatever
This
you guys
will,
feel like writing.
this will be the essay that you like to write.
Yes. So, we're kind of hoping we're going to get all this info from various other people. So, I mean, if you're training at, I don't know, like Coolie Zombies, let's say, and you have a specific way of running around the map that you think is efficient and helps you get the most training, and you'd like to share that with others, then, let us know, write up something. And, I mean, it's understandable that you don't want to share it if you're training there, but, write something up, wait till you're, done training, wait till you get out of the level range that you want to be training there, and once you find a new training spot, send us an email with what you had before.
And we'll probably go out to wherever it is and try to verify the information. It's cool.
I'll die a couple times.
It's something fun for us to do.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so information from you guys. We're trying to make this a whole community-like thing where the listeners can email us so that we can tell all the other listeners about the information everyone would like to share. So,
Community.
yes, it's what this online RPG is all about.
Woo!
As for your second question, okay, so Warez and I had this really long, huge discussion about this, and we were like, should we mention it in the podcast? Should we leave it alone and ignore everyone who mentions it? And
Yes,
hope the
leave it
problem
alone.
goes away. And so that was our solution for actually the last couple episodes.
Ignore it. It'll go away.
But it seems that, like, I don't know, every 3-4 emails we get, at least one person is talking about making their own guild to advertise Aqua Road Radio and whatnot. So we do. So okay, here's what I gotta say. We love that you guys wanna spread the information about our podcast to others and let everyone else know about how awesome this podcast is. And I'm not
share
modest
the
at all,
Aqua
am I?
love. Share the Aqua love.
Yes. And okay, so basically you can make guilds and you have our permission, you have our blessing, whatever else is required.
Like
But,
we could stop them.
No, yeah, it's not like we could stop you anyway. That's which is what we figured. If you really wanted to make a guild, for all we know, I mean, Aqua Road Radio has an I in it. You could replace it with L probably. Make 2 guilds like that. But
Oh,
regardless,
great! Give them ideas.
well, they're gonna come up with them anyway, so.
Okay.
We'd like to say that it's not going to be official guilds, mostly because Warez and I have no control over them, and so we can't, moderate them.
You are not legally connected with us.
Yes. But if you guys would like to make some unofficial fan clubs through the use of guilds, we would hugely appreciate it. We do only ask that you remain polite to other people and stuff, and not go around hacking or cussing people out, because that would give a bad name to our podcast.
Or else I will come through the interlink and beat you up. No, I won't. But I will get you in trouble.
That just reminded me of kidnapping people for their passwords.
No, that's bad. It's still bad.
It's always bad.
Yes.
But no, okay, so yeah, feel free to make a guild. We'd really appreciate it, but we really can't make it official or anything like that, because, especially in the other servers, Warez and I just don't have control over them.
Next email is from Jacob, who plays 007 Johnny Wupp. Hey, this is 007 Johnny Wupp, your fellow guildmate. Yes, he is. He's in our guild. I have a suggestion for a feature, and it is NX Cache Best Buys. Basically, you take a few minutes describing the functions, if any, or one or more cache items. I think this is an awesome idea.
It's actually a pretty good idea.
Which is amazing considering the source. Nah, just kidding, Johnny.
Poor Johnny.
Johnny.
After the show wears.
Oh, whoops. My bad.
No, we're just kidding, Johnny. We love you.
Johnny loves the abuse. He does.
Yes. Anyway, it is a great idea. There's a lot of good NX items, like the HP and MP autopot things for pets, because they do actually present quite a amount of usefulness, especially to rangers and hunters I've seen. Seems like a lot of people in Aqua Road with all the gobies swimming around. Yeah, actually, I have a friend who's level 120 now, I think, and he's a ranger, and he parties me every time I'm in Aqua Road, and I don't even have to heal him, because his turkey does all his auto potting for him.
Really?
So I just like sit around, I holy symbol and bless every once in a while. He kills everything. I don't have to touch anything, and I just gain experience, and I can sit there and chat with guildies and buddy lists
Oh,
and whatever.
man, how much more lazy can you get?
I am a leeching HS mule at that point, and I am greatly enjoying it because it lets me communicate with people. And when you're in Aqua Road and 30 people are whispering you, which is probably
Sigh.
nowhere near as bad as Hime's with 30 people whispering you. But regardless, yeah, no, it's actually pretty cool. So it makes priest work a lot easier too.
Sorry, everybody. I'm turning whispers and buddy list off. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Disclaimer. Actually, my best training time was when we had one hunter and or not hunter, one ranger and one sniper, and they both had auto pots up. So I just was reeling in the experience.
So
Good
you
times.
you don't resent the HP Potter at all?
No, not at all.
It does. You don't care that it makes you completely redundant?
No, not at all.
Yes, there is still holy symbol.
Well, see, I would if it was somewhere like Hime's or something, because then there'd be
Ah.
like no point to using autopots unless, I mean, because the priest is obviously going to be constantly healing there anyway.
Yes.
But
Nonstop.
yeah, so, but gobies I do understand. They're little fast things that follow anything they see, so it's cool. It's cool.
Pesky little things, aren't they?
Yeah, but when you have arrow rain or that arrow earth thingy, whatever.
That ice arrow thingy.
Yeah,
Yeah. That skill.
that one there.
It's impressive looking, but it shouldn't be ice. How dare they have ice?
Well, then the
Grrr.
do the snipers have ice? I don't know. One has ice and the other has fire,
Yes,
and it's kind of amusing to see them burn gobies underwater. Yeah, and then the little birds that fly around because they have that hawk and the eagle or something flying around underwater. That's pretty amusing too.
Maple logic at work.
But okay, so back to the point at hand. Hey, we were digressing. Look at that. Anyway,
Lovely.
so yeah, the cash item section thing is actually a really good idea, and we'll.
Yes. You know that means I have to make another stinger, or are you gonna make this one?
I will make a stinger wares.
Oh,
Man, making me sound like I
darn.
don't do anything.
Darn, I wanted to make
God.
a stinger. I'll make
Unless
the
you'd
stinger.
like
I
to
don't
make the
care.
stinger.
Doesn't matter.
Well, we'll
I'll
see.
make the stinger. We don't have enough features too. We need some more features because 2-hour episodes are not nearly long enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you get days like this, when there's not enough news, and the episode is only an hour and 15 minutes or so, man, you just need something else to fill that space.
Features. Filler.
I've actually been getting I mean, there are people who are like make episodes longer. I mean, I think like okay, a few people are like okay, an hour and a half is good, and then like half the other people I talk to are like make it like 2 hours or longer. And once we get there, they're gonna be like make it 2.5 hours, and it's just gonna be never ending. But
This is all we'll do. I'll quit my job. You'll quit school.
yeah, I'm not thinking that's a good idea.
No.
Then we can't afford the internet, and we can't put stuff up. The internet
This
is
is true.
expensive.
And I think my family would have something to say about it.
Food is good. Food is what
Food
people
is
get
good.
used to.
So
Yeah.
so are clothes.
So are clothes. But no, but a lot of people are actually complaining because they're too long. Like some people actually like them shorter, which I don't
Huh.
understand at all. Because I'm like, why?
Okay. What about the pause button or the off button?
Right, I know. No one has to listen. Actually, someone complained because we were digressing too much. Or
And
we-
other people complain because we don't digress enough.
exactly.
Well, you can't please
No,
everybody.
like because at the beginning of the episodes we talk for like I don't know. Well, I think one of the episodes we talked for like 15 minutes about like what's going on in our lives, and it had nothing to do with MapleStory at all. One of our listeners was like, "Get to the actual MapleStory stuff. We don't want to listen to you."
Oh, I didn't feel the Aqua love there.
Yeah, I know. Our lives are insignificant wares. They are. It's sad, sad truth.
Hey,
Anyway.
are there any more emails?
Yes, we have. Alright, so next up we got an email from Chris, who is Blue Quar.
Blue Quar, I love that IGN.
So he says, hey, it's Chris, IGN Blue Quar, level 76 Windian. He's in Windia. I'm gonna look him up. We should look him up. Anyway, he says, Shravan, sorry if I spelled it wrong. Everyone who apologizes for spelling my name wrong spells it right. No one who has spelled my name wrong has apologized, and everyone. Well, actually, one guy has constantly.
I think that
but
says something about human nature right there. I'm not sure what.
Look on the site. Spell my name right. That's new rule. I'm gonna ignore your emails if you don't spell my name right.
Even if you don't care how Shravan's name is spelled,
Anyway,
go to the website
so-
anyway.
Yeah. Regardless. So he says, Shravan mentioned that priests never get any good drops right at the beginning of the podcast, referring to the last podcast. So yesterday I was at gigs, which I believe are. Actually, I don't believe. What are they worth?
That would be I believe he means giant spirit Vikings.
Oh, okay.
Because they
So
drop,
yesterday
they
I was
drop
at
Heaven's
gigs
Gate.
with a level 93 Dragon Knight and a 89 attack Heaven Gate. I'm guessing that's a weapon Dragon Knights use?
That is a two-handed sword. It's a very shiny, pretty thing, and I got one from the gigs once.
Oh, okay. And an 89 attack Heaven's Gate dropped, and the DK let me have it. A while
Nice.
ago, I also got a blue Enigmatic from DTs, which are the Death Teddies, I believe, with a 9x Satyr, and he let me have it. And so these are just a couple of times I've actually gotten good stuff as a priest. Also, I think that the party leader thing is a great idea. When do you think they'll be a feature in Global MapleStory? As for White Scrolls, they're worth like 100 million each. So
Yeah.
it's really only useful if you have something ridiculous, like an 18 attack brown work glove or a destroyed dark scroll item. And I don't think it will screw with the economy that much, since there's such a small chance of getting them from the NLC Gachapon. And yes, I can confirm that it is in Global MapleStory. I have seen one in the FM for 100 million and another for 110 million.
I have to take exception to one item.
Mm-hmm.
I think you still can destroy an item with a dark scroll if you have the white scroll with you.
Really?
I don't think it prevents the destruction.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've read anyway.
Alright, well,
I don't know.
that was just
what I
badly
read.
translated thigh on my part, I guess.
Okay. What I've read could be wrong too, and maybe it does prevent the destruction.
Don't try it at home.
I'm not going to be shelling out 100 million for a white scroll anywhere in the near future, so I guess it remains unconfirmed for me anyway.
I don't think that it's gonna remain as I mean, you said that there's such a small chance of getting them in the Gachapon, and there's not many out in the economy. But I think people are still gonna be selling them, and a lot of people are gaching lately, from what I've heard, just like walking around in game. The Gachapon has been really popular.
Well, maybe
So-
they'll come down then. I don't see them ever going too awful low, though.
No,
They'll probably settle in around 50 million.
which still really isn't worth it. Unless, like you
Yeah.
said, there's like a 18 attack brown work glove or
Unle-
something.
Yeah, unless you're scrolling your Z helm, I don't think I would bother
Right.
with it.
Okay, well, also, like, right after we recorded that podcast, like, before it even came, the last episode, episode 7, before I even actually ended up putting it up on the web, like, the next time I was on MapleStory, I was actually let I think it was a hunter I was with, let me have, like, 3 or 4 drops in a row, and it was
Wow.
just really cool. It's never happened to me before, and I was like, wow, this is what we call irony. So yeah,
That's impressive. The 3 and 4 in a row.
it is. I mean, he was level like 118, and I was level like 75. So
That was really cool. I mean, when I share drops, for someone who wouldn't get the drops, I go back and forth. I'll take this one, you take the next one, that sort of thing.
right.
But 3 in
But-
a row, that's cool.
I don't know. Oh, actually, this was the same guy I was talking about earlier, who I don't have to heal.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, he has a double drop, double EXP as well,
Okay.
and he uses Onx apples. Onyx? Onyx.
Oh, the apples. Okay.
Yeah, the apples. Apparently he uses the double drop to get enough money to go buy like 8 or 9 apples, and then he trains during his double EXP with the apples to gain like super levels.
Interesting strategy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I just get to sit there being redundant.
Okay. Next email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh, yay, it's a short one. This email is from Mac, or Namu156, I believe, on my buddy list. Hi, Namu.
Hello.
He says, hey guys, I'm just wondering something here, so hear me out. What happened to the rants? And he gives me the F6 stare. LOL. I mean, I love those. Is it like discontinued or something?
Yes.
Well, well, you know, what we've found that is that a person can only be angry for so long about so many things. And
Right.
neither Shravan nor I are angry people to begin with. Now, I realize that MapleStory can be extremely frustrating sometimes, and there's actually a lot to rant about, but if we were ranting nonstop every episode, I think we'd get so depressed about the game we might actually stop playing it.
The truth is,
So-
I actually ran out of stuff to rant about. I
Oh,
mean,
I haven't, mister.
okay. Well, once you rant about hackers, and then you rant about like chaosers, and then you rant about people who tell you to change channels, and then you rant about Shumi. There's really nothing much else to rant about.
Well, then you just ask Warez to rant about hackers again. It works
Yes.
every time.
It does, but
I could give you something new every single time.
oh man, we should have like a 100-episode streak or something. It'd be awesome. Nothing but rants.
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like it would be too depressing to do it all
Yeah.
the time. I don't think rants are gone away forever, but I just don't think we can do them every episode.
We'd prefer to whine obnoxiously instead.
Yes, we do whines instead. We do little mini whines.
Yes. I do a very well whining voice.
But it doesn't sound anything like Napoleon Dynamite's brother.
No, it really doesn't.
Go ahead, Napoleon, try to hit me.
Stop quoting the movie.
I don't even do it very well.
Of all movies we could quote, of all movies I could be compared to, why Napoleon Dynamite?
You've been cut to the bone, haven't you? You've been
I
insulted.
have.
Oh, trust me, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You don't sound anything like that guy.
I need to watch the movie again. Well, we'll see. Anyway, okay. So next up we got Matthew, who is a nerdy bandit
He is.
who spells my name wrong and doesn't apologize for it.
That's why he is.
He says, first of all, he says, yo, Shravan Warez. First of all, I love your show and keep up the good work. I am a nerdy bandit on Mardia, so you should go on with your endeavor to make characters on the new server, or on that server. It would be really cool to see you. Anyway, I have a few things to talk about. Unfortunately, we are most likely not gonna get the giant tomato here in Global Maple. This is because the tomatoes were around to celebrate the Spanish holiday La Tomatina, which which happens on the last week of August every year. There's fun and there's games, and at the end, everyone runs out into the streets and throws tomatoes at each other. Since we don't really have such an awesome holiday, we're probably not going to get the tomatoes. Also, judging by your quest corner, you have never repeated a jump quest, which I guess is reasonable because of your overall hatred of them. You don't get the scroll again. Instead, you get 2 random mineral ores. This is for all the jump quests, and the harder the jump quest is, the rarer ores you get. So this email's getting pretty long-winded, and you're probably tired of my rambling and blah blah blah. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, we need a holiday, dude, where we can throw tomatoes at people.
Yes, I want that.
I mean,
know-
sure we can go to bad stage productions, but
No, I know so many people I want to throw tomatoes at.
they should make like a tomato launcher. Put in a gun
Yes,
and
yes,
shoot tomatoes at people.
yes. Propane powered. Thoop, thoop, splash.
So no, we were talking about how like why they have this holiday about tomatoes, and you were saying it's a
It's a
harvest
harvest
thing?
fest. Yeah, it's a harvest fest.
right where they waste the produce that they've just
Yes,
grown.
we celebrate our bounty by destroying some of it.
Sounds counterproductive.
Well, you gotta cut loose every once in a while and get nuts.
Okay, so I guess that's all we have for emails.
And I don't think he was long-winded at all. I thought he was
No, it was very
erudite.
intelligible.
He was very intelligible. He was a nice change of pace.
We're so mean to our listeners.
Oh, sometimes Aqua love is harsh.
It's the best kind of love.
That's right.
It's like that sweet and sour candy commercials. Was it the Sour Patch Kids? Yeah. Have you seen
I
any of those
don't.
commercials, Warez?
No.
It's this little Sour Patch Kid walking around, and he like throws eggs. This guy walks to his door because he hears the doorbell, opens it, and eggs get thrown in him, and he looks over at the guy, and then they're like, sometimes they're sour, and the next thing they're sweet.
Huh.
Yeah, it's an odd commercial, and I don't understand them, and I don't
Sounds
even
like
like
it.
Sour Patch Kids, so
No, I did
Anyway.
not like them. I detested them.
I did not do that commercial justice by explaining it. You know what? Go look it up on YouTube.
Okay.
Before we wrap up emails, again, we had a voicemail that we completely forgot to play.
Oh
the
yeah,
emails.
voicemails.
So, yeah. All right. So we got a voicemail from Jordan, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Hi, Shravan and Warez. This is Jordan, or Jin 10 in the Broa server, a level 47, 48 now, 49 probably tomorrow, and 50 by the end of the week, hunter. And I'm just commenting on episode 7, mainly on hotspot. I need to work on this thing. To enter Pig's Beach, there is an easy way. 2 flowers are very close to each other, and they look like a pig snout. And when you press up underneath them, you are automatically transported to Pig Beach. Also, to what Shravan said about archers going there for the feathers, after level 36, archers get a second job skill called Soul Arrow, which lets them have an infinite amount of arrows for a short period of time by using a little bit of MP. Also, to comment on Josh's voicemail, low level characters are awesome, mainly because you could level them so fast. I have a level 20 mage who I leveled 4 times, level 16 to 20, in 1 hour, and I go on him occasionally to level up so I could feel good about myself and have feel like I could level my level 48 hunter in no time. I love the podcast. I hope you keep it up. Update your blog frequently, please, because I'm just twiddling my thumbs in front of my computer all day, waiting for it, still waiting, and I'll just see you next time. See ya. Bye.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to start off by saying we do not make episodes that far apart. He's like waiting. We do not take that long.
No, not usually anyway.
No, we try not to, but other stuff does get in the way every once in a while. Actually, this episode was supposed to be recorded last weekend, but that was kind of my fault because I kind of got re-addicted to MapleStory once I got back in college, and I was training all diligently and non-stop, and I was on Maple way too much, so I completely didn't start the script. Yeah, my bad.
It's true though. Once we finish an episode, we're like almost the next day we're already talking about things that might go in the next one.
We got this voicemail that we just played. We received that, and it's comments on the 7th episode, but it was the day of this. It was like he sent it the day that we released the 7th episode out on the web.
That's nuts,
Like-
man.
iTunes says that it was up on the 28th, and we got this voicemail on the 28th, so that's kind of crazy. But it's cool because we have like loyal, dedicated listeners who are like sitting there twiddling their fingers and refreshing that website every like 4 seconds, hoping that we post it.
Well, if they're subscribed, doesn't it come to their computer automatically?
Yeah. But I don't know. We're just that popular. Where's
People
we gotta
wanna
watch
listen-
ourselves. This ego's gonna get to our heads.
People want to listen to us?
I know. We're not even interesting. We're just sitting here blah blah blah.
Blah, 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 and ramble, digress, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. And then like a little Maple story here and there. But overall,
And
anyway,
hackers
it's
suck.
it's funny that you mentioned the whole hunter thing, Jordan, because I actually have a level 32 hunter. But I quit it because I was spending like 200,000 mesos like a day on potions. Because I don't know what I did wrong. I think I must have. I probably messed up the build or whatever it says. I was spending way too much on potions, so I decided to quit it and start my priest, which I love. But yeah, so the whole solar arrow thing, I guess it didn't even cross my mind when I mentioned that, but good to know. Are we done with everything then?
I think we're done with everything.
And it still managed to be an hour and 20 minutes. Man.
A lot shorter than I thought it was going to be, though.
Yeah, no, definitely. This is our longest script, isn't it?
Yes, longest script. But we are so darn deficient.
I think we end up digressing most during the news section of this podcast, and I think because there was less news, we ended up not digressing as much.
That could be.
That might have been it. And it's just me, or did I sound like dead and completely out of it during the news?
No, you sound like a talking head. You sound like
Talking head.
some guy on
Is that all
BBC News.
is that all I
This
am to
is
you,
BBC
Warez?
News. Well done. The time is blah blah
You made me
GMT.
choke on my water.
On the world front, nothing has happened.
Okay, well. At least we're not talking about like ungulates or anything now. But okay, so contact us. Send us emails, send us voicemails.
Please do. Just don't contact us in game.
Well, no, we love hearing from you guys, but I mean, keep in mind that we are training most of the time, / all the time. So if we don't respond like right away, it's probably because we're in a mob and stuff, and there's no need to like spam us. But yeah, we'll get back to you if we can.
I was just kidding. I like talking to people. If I didn't want to talk to you, I'd have whispers turned off. So
Okay. Well, I never turn my whispers off, and sometimes I just don't want to talk to you.
I'm a JM. I'm not supposed to, but I might just anyway.
Oh well. That's okay. I won't tell Hertz. He doesn't listen to me anyway.
He doesn't listen to anybody.
Nah.
We're all noobs.
We are. Anyway, so contact us, send us email at aquaroadradio@gmail.com. Yeah, and also if you want to send us some voicemails, you can use the MyChingo or the phone number thingy that we have up with the voicemail box, and you can find all that information at our website /blog,
Dude,
and it's at aquaroadradio.wordpress.com.
go check it out. It is getting cooler by the day.
And learn how to spell my name right.
You know what? I think this episode has turned into one long rant.
It's all about my name.
All about your name and how it's spelled correctly. And how people don't
Yes.
apologize when they don't spell it correctly.
Is that irony too?
I
I'm not
believe you could, if you worked it hard enough, you could get a little bit of irony to drop out of that, yes.
Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much all we got for you guys this episode. Supposedly there's a patch coming out in a couple of days.
What do you think we're going to get?
I'm not really sure. Definitely not too much. If we get Showa, it's not going to be anything else.
Right. That's
But
what people are saying.
Showa,
Or if we get maybe the Genesis party quest, it might be a little
Oh.
bit of something extra.
that'd
'Cause
be
I don't-
interesting.
I don't think it'd be too big. I think we're
That
going to show though.
the
I
NPC
think
is
we're
there,
good.
isn't it? Already for the Hensies?
Yes. because
the little bunny thingy.
the little
and
bunny
the mushroom
thingy
park?
is right where I keep one of my mules parked right there next
Oh, okay.
to the storage guy. And
Yeah.
I popped on my mule that one time and it's like, what the F is this?
It's a thing in a bunny suit.
This thing in a bunny suit. But I had remembered you talking about it. That was shortly after you had told me about that.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought, okay. I learned something from the podcast.
Which is good.
Amazing.
See,
yes.
we learn stuff too.
We are infotainment. We are the teachers and the students.
Yes, we are.
Wow.
But yeah. So I've heard minimal things about people saying it might be Leah free. I highly doubt that.
And if it is, we're gonna get Leah free in 3 or 4 different stages.
Really?
So if we if we get it, it won't be all in one go. That is, I guarantee you, it won't be all in one go.
Do you think the 4th job would happen in the first go?
No, the 4th job will happen in the last go. We're on patch what, 4.1. The next one will be patch 4.2.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard, and I can't remember where I read it, so this is just a rumor, that 4th job will be patch 5.0.
Oh.
So we've got a ways to go.
Okay. Well.
Not that far.
No, but
Right at the end of the tunnel, but we got some patches to do.
Oh, speaking of rumors and not being sure of things,
Rumors and scuttlebutt. I love it.
we got yelled at by everybody for saying that bandits level fast enough at low levels. Yeah.
Did you get yelled at?
I got yelled at.
Okay, you got yelled at.
Well, not like me, but like we got emails about it, and
Okay.
oh no, I got yelled at in game 2. Yeah, I got yelled at. So basically, I get a bunch of whispers and a bunch of emails, and everyone's like, no, you lose.
Fail.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, what else is new? But apparently, bandits level really slow at that level, and they're not good at carrying party quests. Supposedly, they're not as wanted, and it's
Sad, really.
really hard for them to level
I feel sorry for them.
comparatively. But I've also heard that they're stronger than assassins in the second job. I mean, that might just be a rumor. Actually, no, I think it's been proven with the numbers, just because Savage Blow does, with the whole critical shot or whatever they have for the daggers.
I love that skill graphic.
Savage Blow with the what is it, Korean symbols?
Yes. It must be.
Japanese.
It's either Korean or Japanese, but it is probably the best graphic.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
In the first 3 jobs, anyway.
Yes. But yeah, so just kind of wanted to say that we're not like perfect sources of information, and as a disclaimer, we don't always know what we're talking about.
We don't? Oh, yeah,
Half
you're
the
right.
time we're just making stuff up as we go.
But we make it sound so believable.
We say random things like Leo Free is gonna come out in the next patch, and everyone will believe us.
Hey, mister. I called the last 2 patches.
You did.
Yes, I did. I got
Very
darned
accurately.
lucky, but I called them.
So maybe we should have you call this next one too.
Showa
Are you saying show as well?
Town. Smart money
Alright.
around Showa Town.
Is that the mall with all these like people in it that you can
Yeah,
attack?
the people monsters, and some of them
sweet.
extremely tough.
Awesome.
The
Gonna have to
male
go check
male
that out
boss
if it comes
and
out.
the female boss, extremely tough.
Ha.
Which will be a new source for various things that have currently only one source, like Steely.
Yes. So hopefully these Himes will clear up and be left to us priest DK parties.
That's what I was trying to imply at the end of
Oh,
my hotspot.
right. I'm
Yes,
perceptive.
I hope.
I promise.
I hope it's true.
Yeah, we got yelled at. Just wanted to say, sorry.
Well, we want to, if we get something wrong, we want to be able to step back and say, hey, our bad, and give you the right info. We are your source for the 411.
Mm-hmm. But we don't really have right info because everyone just kind of yelled at us and didn't actually give us info.
Well, that's what it's like science. It's self-correcting. If we get something
is.
wrong, people will slap us silly.
Painfully, too.
Yes. Well, then we'll get it right the next time.
Yeah. So anyway, apparently we know nothing about bandits.
Oh, I
And
don't.
we don't
I
think
know
you-
that.
I'm working on a sin. I am working on a sin. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention. Ooh, so, female characters. I made a female character.
Meh.
I don't know, I'm enjoying the sexiness, I'm enjoying the fun. What I'm not
Smexiness.
enjoying is the random amounts of giant, like, there's like swarms of guys, like, always hitting on you. And I'm laughing in the background, and I have my roommates next to me.
Ooh, they so
Yes.
horny. They
What?
so horny. Ooh, they so horny.
Are we allowed to say horny on this show?
Maybe not.
Well, there's a monster called horny mushroom, so
Yes,
I
that's
guess
what I
we're good
meant.
enough. Yes,
I meant
exactly.
they were being very mushroom-like.
Right.
Anyway,
Mushroom-like.
do you actually have guy characters giving you the kissy face?
There's a guy named I Slap Dance. And
Don't give his name out in the show.
Oh, I have to.
Okay.
Okay, so he's this like bald guy, and he has like a bald wig on, and I don't know, he cracks me up. What?
I'm
What?
just laughing at it. I'm picturing this bald guy.
Okay, so he has all this NX, and he's got all this NX, and he's bald, and he is. So I walked up to him, and I told him that he looks like. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
You're
okay,
already
so-
in trouble. Go for it.
No, I no. This is everyone's gonna kill me. So anyway, so we got talking about random things, which I won't mention. But somewhere in the conversation, we got to the point where I said I'm Indian, and he was like, Indian chicks are either really hot or really ugly, and I was like,
Ooh.
okay, first of all, if you're a girl and someone says that to you, I'm sure it does wonders for your self-confidence.
Also, you're getting nowhere with Indian chicks if you say stuff like that.
Exactly. So anyway, just the reactions that I'm getting, being an NX girl is, I'm finding amusing to an extent.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to track you down and kissy face you.
That'd be so awkward. What I think is really funny is I find that most girls / women try to like maintain relationships because it's like this political battle thing about being nice to everybody they meet.
It's just the
And-
female mindset.
Right. So I mean, even if like someone's like a horrible person and they're always mean and stuff, like they keep them in their buddy list and things like that, right? So I mean, it's just like I have this like zero tolerance policy. So anyone walks up to me, I throw on F3 and I'm just like no before they can say anything. So I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's amusing.
Oh, but
Mhm.
on the other hand, I must say that I've known some female characters, and I
Right.
know that it is not worth all the trouble, but they will accept gifts from guys and then wonder why those guys won't leave them alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's hard to turn down freebies, but if you're an NX girl and guys are offering you stuff for free,
Mhm.
it's not really free.
No.
Just like in real life, it's not really free. So if you want them to leave you alone, don't accept the gifts.
The first guy who hit on me was a guy from a basil trade, and he said he'd deduct 25K or something from our basil trade if I gave him a kiss, and I was like no, and I gave him his 25K. Just shot down just like that. It was pretty funny. Good times.
Oh, you're getting to see the other side now.
Yes, I am. It's quite enlightening.
Interesting.
Just yesterday, walked into the guild party quest area to ask random high level people for pet scrolls, and this girl walks up to me and she's like, "I love you," and makes this kissy face to me. I'm like, okay, and like her friend is down there like laughing, and then her friend says that the girl who was making the kissy face and everything was actually a guy character, and so then they were like both laughing, and then I was like, wait, I'm a guy too. and then we picked on the girl or the guy because he kissed another guy, and we were laughing at him.
There's so much gender confusion in this game.
Yes. And actually, I met this other guy who has a level 40 cleric who he was like, hold on a sec, and then comes back on his other character, which happens to be a girl. There are a lot of guys who play girl characters on Maple.
I could say a lot of funny stuff about that, but it's not really appropriate for the show, so I won't.
Well, anyway, so, just watch your relationships. Make sure that your husband/girlfriend isn't a man. Yeah.
That sounds like
That
the
works.
theme to a movie or something.
It sounds like a newbie tip to me.
Hey! wait, hold on. Write it down. Got it. All right.
Awesome. So anyway, speaking of relationship stuff, just wanted to announce that I have a Maple girlfriend and we are fiance now, and we're actually planning on getting married this Friday.
Woot!
Yes, not in real life, which I actually was asked in an email because I'm still a 20-year-old college student. Yeah, not planning on getting married yet.
Okay. Sorry, ladies. Real life.
Right.
Sorry. You have to
So-
wait a little bit longer.
Just a tad. But yeah, so if you guys are in Windia and would like to come to the wedding, just whisper me, let me know. Don't spam me, but let me know.
Oh my God, dude. How
Uh-oh.
many tickets? How big of a wedding can you afford?
I think
you just
I can have
invited
50.
you just invited I don't know how many people to your wedding.
I think I just invited like 400 people.
That's right.
But not all of them are Windia, so hopefully it'll
Ah,
be somewhere like
okay.
200. Yeah.
Well,
We'll see how
I
that works
don't-
out.
Realistically, perhaps not everybody will get into the wedding, but you could be there afterwards.
Yeah, so just wanted to let the word out. And yeah, okay. Maybe on retrospect, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Well, it was nice.
Well, yeah. It's the thought that counts, not if you'll actually attend. Right.
Well, who are we kidding ourselves? We got like 10 listeners out there.
We have like 3.
3. And maybe
Yes,
one of
we
them's
have
on
Johnny.
Windia.
Oh,
Johnny.
no, hold on. We have 5 emails here, right?
Oh my God, OMG, you just invited Johnny to your wedding. It's going to be
Oh
insanity.
man, oh god.
You've
The
done
pain will
it.
never end.
No, you've done it.
He'll wear sunglasses indoors.
Oh my God.
Oh man, we're gonna have to get on and apologize to Johnny right away. He's gonna not even know, and then he'll listen to this episode and he'll be like, "Oh, that's what they were talking about."
Oh, this is our way of showing love, Johnny. Really? it is.
Yeah. You know what? We just talked for like 15 minutes about nothing.
Did we?
We were ready to end the episode at like hour and 20 minutes. It's an hour and 40 right now.
Awesome.
Great. All right, so we're gonna head out, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So see you guys next time.
See ya.